Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Good evening, sir.
sir.
Very good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Very good evening.
Evening, sir.
All right. So, first of all, I hope you all can hear me clear and loud and can see me on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I can't see anyone. So, you all have to switch on your cameras. This is a very important thing, actually. In every session, you all have to be prepared. Okay. Sometimes it happens. It's fine if you are not ready, but you have to be present on video. So, before I introduce myself, I want all of you to present on video and just to be, you have to be ready for this class to be more interactive, and I'll be asking a lot of questions. So be ready for that. All right, so I'll give you a short introduction about myself because this is the very first session with all of you. I think you had one session with Udipta. Uh, in the last one. I think it was your first after the orientation. So I'm Mohammad Raza and I'm a data science and AI trainer. And I'm graduated from Delhi College of Engineering. I'm certified data scientist and I'm also MCT, Microsoft certified trainer and Azure AI engineer from Microsoft. And I'm having ACLP certificate as well from Institute of Adult Learning, Singapore. So most of the time I take sessions generally in data science and data analytics domain. So this is my short introduction. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, you can go ahead and follow as well. Okay. So let me stop share now. And welcome to Internshala's program because you just started your session. All right. So you just started your course and I think the very first session with Udipta was on the introduction to data analytics. All right. So I'm not sure about this one, how much comfortable or if you have any uh, previous experience in data analytics domain. If yes, then it's a very good thing. And if no, then this is the best time to learn it. Okay. So first of all, the agenda for today's session is that we have to work on a case study. And because it's just the starting of your course, right? So you have to understand a lot of terminologies before we go to other tools, for example, Excel, SQL, Power BI, Python, machine learning, deep learning, and other AI tools. You have to understand the terminologies. So I think you all must have received one email from the team, which contains a file, a PDF file. It should be a PDF file. And you have to download it and you have to look at the objective. It's not an actual data set, but it's a simple document. So please go through this one. And before that, you need to, you all have to confirm to me if you all have this file or not. I hope you all have this in your email. All right.
Yes, sir. We do.
Okay. Can I get the confirmation from all the participants?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Okay, because you just started the journey, right? So
Excuse me. Can anyone
yes.
help me with the image from which we have received that slide?
Sorry, Mr. Amit, I couldn't
Yeah.
hear you. Can you repeat? Sorry.
Yeah. from which MLP we're supposed to return, receive the PDF file, because I'm not able to find it on my email.
So you have got the email for today's invitation, right? Today's session invitation.
Yes.
In the same email,
Yes.
you should see that there should be a file called Swiggy Case Study PDF format. It is attached in the email itself.
Sir, Swiggy dataset use
Hmm.
of crisp DM method, right?
Yes, yes, this is the file.
Okay, sir.
Mr. Amit,
Yes.
you find it?
Yes, I have it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Okay,
Sir,
so yes.
sorry. This is a very unrelated question to the session today, but I had a question about the project. So I just wanted some clarity on what exactly it was. Like, is it just like us explaining what JP Morgan, how JP Morgan used CRISP DM to tackle that problem? Is that all, or is there more to it?
Yes, yes. Actually, there is no actual data for this one. And that's why this session is, I'm taking this session because after this session, we'll be having a clear idea that what you have to do. But basically, it's, we don't have actual data. You just have to show the CRISP DM steps
Okay.
on
Okay.
that.
And is there like a word, like minimum word count, or like it's like however much?
No, no. It's up to you. I mean, you are not going to put too many things in that, right?
Right. Yeah.
And you are not also going to put just one word. So just be. I mean, you guys have the flexibility to refine it and to complete it, and you also have to create a video, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah. So
So
is
this
the yeah.
for
So
video, it's required. Yeah, video should not be like a Bollywood movie, 3 to 4 hours long, right? It should be
yeah.
between 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes is also very huge. So try to just summarize it. Whatever you are going to do in the project, try to summarize this in 3 to 4 points. That's it.
Okay.
Three
So
to
in
four
the
minutes. Sorry, not points. Minutes.
yeah. So in the video, it's like me explaining what I wrote in the report, or is it like the same thing I wrote in the report, in the video?
See,
Like,
I am doing a project, for example, and the project took around 5 hours to complete. So how I'm going to summarize it in 15 minutes, for example. Okay. So you have to do the same thing. Whatever you are writing in the document, that's fine. But you have to summarize this in 3 to 4 minutes. So you can, start the videos that my name is this and I have done this and that, and just close the video. So basically, we just want to know, or we want to see you as a learner, how you are summarizing your work and how much confident you are in the front of camera. That's it.
okay.
So it's basically, it's also a conceptual clarity project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir,
Hmm.
can we like if we have done project, so can we see, and after that, everything described in the video?
Yeah, not everything line by line or word by word, but it's a
Okay.
quick summary. It's a quick summary.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
summary of your
Can we
project.
see that time, right?
Sorry, Manoj?
Can we see that time? Whatever we have done in project, the documents. Can we see that time? At the time of the making video,
Yeah.
can we see that all of the documents, whatever we have done project?
See where?
Like
Where you want to see?
I have done a project.
Hmm.
So project in front of me, so I'm watching the project, and after
Oh, okay.
something like
So
that.
are you taking the reference? You're talking about taking reference from that.
Yes.
But I think uh, this is up to you. See,
Okay.
you can practice before that. It's not like only
Okay.
one shot you have to do. Do the practice. For example, I'm working on Excel, so nobody can, in just one go, you cannot have a final video. So try
Mhm.
to practice, and then it's up to you, I think.
Okay.
You can place something just behind the camera. Nobody knows that you are looking at it, but you have to be what I can say, just be clear with the steps whatever you are doing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Also, one last question. Is there like a way, like if we completed the project, can we check in with some of like one of the mentors and like if they can see the project and tell us if it's like good enough or if there should be something added to it? Is there like
um I think taking feedback is not a negative idea. It's not a bad idea, taking feedback, but you try to utilize doubt clearing sessions for that. For
okay?
example, if one of my TA is taking doubt clearing session, if I'm taking or Udita is taking doubt clearing session, so if there are no doubts, for example, then you can come in and then you can ask us to look at this one. But it should be like, uh, no need to display your work to others. It's not like that we are uh, saying that don't talk to each other, but yeah, try to complete your own task. Okay. But yeah, you can
Okay.
take the feedback. So short answer is you can take the feedback from us.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to start the discussion for today's content?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Some of the participants are not present on the video. Why is that? So your attendance actually depends on video as well. All right. So you had a session with Udipta on introduction to data analytics. Now,
Sir, I have a question
yes, please.
regarding the project only. I mean,
Mhm.
do we need to share our screen what we have done? That do we need to share our screen and explain the points? I mean, every step, or else just a video of us?
It's up to you. If you share your screen and then can record the video, then I
And
think
it's screen
it's also,
recording.
yeah, screen recording. It's also fine, but you should be present in the video, right? Uh,
Okay.
you have to be present with your face, and then you have to explain. If you are sharing the screen, it will add, I would say, one. I mean, if you are showing content to someone, then it will be more clear for the evaluator. So, for example, if I am the evaluator, if I can see your project in the video, but I have your project in the file form as well, right? So there is not an actual requirement, but if you do this, then it's fine. I think there should not be any problem on that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So what was the thing in the last session?
We talked about data and what data is basically.
So what data
Right.
is? What is data?
Data is it's everything from how what time you wake up to what you eat to whatever you do in the day or like whatever you prefer, everything.
Okay. All right. So see, because we are not learning Excel, not Python, not machine learning, it's just the starting of the course. So you have to answer a lot of questions in between. This is my habit. I will ask a lot of questions. So what is data? Who is going to tell us in more detail? It's not an assessment, so don't worry. I'm not going to cut your marks.
Data is information, and we can collect data to analyze some patterns, trends, and other things. It is a very crucial part of everything, uh, from businesses to everyday life. Uh, we can observe data in our day-to-day life too, because it's simply just information. A piece of
Hmm.
information is data, and a collection of data is database.
Collection of data is database. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to share my screen. And okay. So data is is, data can be anything, right? But if I talk about the simplest definition, that it's a collection of facts and figures. Okay, so how can we categorize it?
Structured and unstructured.
Structured
And unstructured.
and unstructured. Okay, what is structured data?
Structured means represent data in tables and row.
Structured data can be
In tabular way.
proper row and column.
Tabular way.
It can
Okay.
be a in tabular way.
Something
Okay,
which
good.
is very organized.
Structured data is more organized and digestible because it is in a
Structured
tabular
data.
form.
So unstructured is not digestible?
It can be hard to because it's
Manipulate.
not.
So structured data, we can say we can use it directly if we are required to use it.
Okay,
So there
any
is no need
example?
to rearrange it and
Video,
say
audio,
how much-
emails.
Example
how
for
much-
structured.
Numbers,
Let's say-
numbers, text. That's structured data.
String.
Unstructured video, email, some audio. That's unstructured.
Okay, so I am getting a lot of response on unstructured. Okay, so let me type here. It can be an MP3 file, it can be an MP4 file, which is video form. You can also have MP4, right?
Email.
And you can have, yeah, I'm coming to that
Emails
point.
also.
Yeah, I'm coming. So it can be a JPG image, PNG image, right? So you cannot put these things into structured form like in a tabular form. But it's structured and unstructured. In between, we have one more form. In between structured and unstructured, we have one more form. Who's going to tell us?
Semi-structured. Semi-structured.
Why we call it semi-structured?
It's partially structured and partially unstructured.
Why it is partially structured? How it is partially structured?
It can have missing data.
Sorry?
It can be clean.
Maybe there is some missing data in that.
Oh, okay. All right. Because it is called semi-structured because there is a missing data here. So see, we have a simple table where we can have customer ID, name, right?
Could be missing data, could be null data.
Sorry?
The semi-structure could contain null data or unfilled data, I guess.
Okay, so see.
It is a structured data, but not in the tabular form, maybe.
Yeah, very close to answer. So see, you all can understand, everybody can understand the structured data easily because in day-to-day life, it's very common for us. It doesn't matter if we are in data analytics domain or not, but everyone knows what is a table, right? So I think I don't have to give much time here. And we listen to music, we look at the movies, music, right? And we click our photos every day. So I think unstructured is also clear. In between these two, we have this category semi-structured, and we call it semi because there is some structure, but it's not properly structured like a table. And it's also not properly unstructured like an audio, video, and image file. And this is actually following some structure. For example, the most common one, you will see a JSON file. Don't worry about this word if you haven't heard this before. This stands for JavaScript Object Notation. This is actually a file interchange format. File interchange means it is widely used in website development when you, for example, when you share some information over the internet. So it can be used as a file interchange info format. So it actually follows a structure. For example, here you can see I have a customer called John with phone number 123. So in table, it is easy for us to divide it in column, right? So we have 3 columns: customer ID, name, and phone number. And then we have customer ID 1, John, and 123. But if I want to write this in JSON format, so it should look like this. For example, name, then a colon, then John, then a comma, then we have phone, and then 1, 2, 3, like this. So you cannot actually take all these things as per your understanding. There is there is one, I would say,
Sir,
syntax it's going to be followed.
sir,
Yeah,
is
Manoj.
it, I think, dictionary form, right?
Yeah, it's a dictionary form in Python,
Yes,
but
yes.
I'm not using those words right now. Otherwise, you guys will get confused. If you have idea about Python, then it's fine. Otherwise,
Yes.
for beginners, you all have to understand
Okay, sir.
that I'm starting with a curly bracket.
Yes, sir.
Then the name of the column is in quotes. Then a colon, which is the part of syntax. You cannot remove it. Then the name, and then we have another variable here, which is phone, then 1, 2, 3. As you add more and more columns, then you have to add here also. So you can see that I'm following a syntax. I'm following the curly brackets, I'm following the comma, I'm following the colons. So this is not like a table, but it is following some structure. That's why it's semi-structured. Okay. So now tell me if you have any question here. All clear about semi-structure? Silence means not clear, or
Yes. No,
Sir,
it's
clear.
Yes,
Clear.
sir.
Yes, sir. Clear.
It's clear.
Clear, sir.
okay. Yeah, these are the fundamentals. All right. So if something is getting repeated for some participant, then don't worry, right? You have to learn all these, because after some time, no one is going to teach you again. I'm not saying that you can ask in the doubt clearing session, but yeah, it's important to clear the fundamentals right here. Okay, very good. So we can divide data in structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. Data can also be divided in other formats, right? So tell me, data can be divided as?
Attitudinal data.
We can. Attitudinal, behavioral, right? But before that,
Machine data and file in that quantitative and qualitative.
Qualitative.
qualitative and quantitative. Okay. So what is qualitative data?
Non-numerical.
Non-numerical.
Characteristics.
Which might
Characteristics.
describe the characteristics or qualities of
Yeah,
the
describe
data.
the quality. Yeah, quickly give me an example.
It might be an review, good, bad, average, or something like something similar. Like surveys. In surveys, we write and review something like
Yeah.
those.
Positive review or negative review, right? So
Yes,
you're
yes,
saying that I
absolutely.
like this product, I like this product, I don't like this product. Okay, so this is qualitative data. Now, quantitative data can be further divided into two categories. Now, who's gonna tell us this one?
Ordinal.
Sir, I have a question. Attitudinal data is also like a kind of reviews and something.
Okay, for attitudinal, I will talk about,
What is
because
the difference between quantitative and attitude?
no, you cannot cross compare like this here. Okay, don't compare in this way, but yeah, you can take notes on this one. We can go ahead and divide attitudinal, behavioral, geographical, right? That's fine. But on the top, first we need to understand in the qualitative and quantitative way, right? So then I'll explain it, what is attitudinal and behavioral. So quantitative can be further divided into two categories.
Countable, uncountable.
Discrete and continuous.
Yes,
Ordinal.
very good. Discrete
No.
and continuous. Thanks to, oh, sorry. Thanks to ChatGPT? No. Okay.
So is there like ordinal and cardinal, are those things in quantitative or no?
Yeah, I'm coming to that point one by one, right?
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, it will be mixed up. So discrete and
Okay.
continuous. Please give me the example quickly about discrete. Someone
Discrete
is
is like
asking you.
some data which is like say
Whole
a particular
numbers.
number, let's say 5, 10, 20, 60, 80, something like that. Discrete. And continuous is like let's say 5 to 10 in the way say a sine wave, something sort of thing.
Okay, so very clear difference between discrete and continuous. Now, including me, if I look at the meet, including me in this session, we are 58, right? Can I say we are 57.5
No.
participants? Right? I know some of the participants are not on video, so I can count them half, right? Okay, but no worries. We cannot say because 58, and number of people in the house, or okay, number of children you have. So here we have something which we cannot divide into fraction, or you cannot have decimal points, right? So number of participants, this is discrete, right? In, for example, here we have 58. Continuous is which can take up any value. So quickly give me the example.
Height 1.145.5 like that.
Height, okay. Weight, can I say weight?
Sure.
Okay, then you can add more example as per your understanding. But the general idea is that continuous data is the data which can take up any value, and discrete data is the data which cannot be in decimal, for example. Okay, so this is the difference between qualitative and quantitative. Data can also be categorized in other ways. Yeah.
Attitudinal data. Primary.
What is primary data? Salman, do you have any question? Salman, your hand is raised. Okay, no worries. Okay, quickly tell me primary and secondary. Take some hint.
Original data or else machine data.
Sir, can I guess? I think the information which gives direct information about the data might be primary, and secondary might be related information, something like this.
Okay.
From which we can derive the actually useful data. Otherwise,
Maybe temporary data is known as primary data.
For example, sir, if we have student number of students in class, so their roll number and their names will be primary data, and the secondary data might be the parent's name, something like this. I'm guessing this. I don't have information. Correct me
No
if
worries,
I'm
no worries. I will definitely cut your marks in assignment.
sorry.
No worries. Okay. Okay, primary and second, don't worry. I'm not going to do this. So primary and secondary, as you can see, first-hand data. So see what happens if I go and if I interview any one of you, or you interview me, you are asking some specific question. That where do you live, what you do, and do, okay, do these are the things. So as a data collector, you are on the ground level, right? You are collecting the data, and the data will be specific as per your requirement. So you are not going to ask those questions which are of no use for you, right? So this is primary data. So basically this is first hand data. You are interviewing me, you are asking the questions, you are noting down, or you can share a Google form or Microsoft form with me, I can fill that, and this is primary data because you are on the ground level and taking the first step here. So this is first hand data. Now secondary data which is already collected by someone else, and it is stored in a database. It can be any database, structured, unstructured, right? So relational, non-relational, but you are querying this database, and then you are getting the data as per your requirement. So you can have a database of e-commerce, right? E-commerce industry. So in e-commerce, we have a very complex data model. So in this one, we have the tables, different tables. We have orders, products, customers, shippers, and payments. But you are only querying the data which is for your use only, for your analysis. So maybe you are querying the data only from the order and product table. You don't need shippers or payments detail in your analysis. So this is not specific because it contains all the information, but you are querying only those tables where you want or you want for your analysis. So in simple words, primary data is the first hand data which you collect. Secondary data is already collected by someone, but you are getting it for your purpose. Simple. Any question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can note down this one if you want.
Sir, could you explain secondary data once more?
Secondary data is the data which is already collected by someone. Let's say I have created an application, and you guys are going to this one, and you and me, we both are placing the orders. Then the order information is getting stored in table. But tomorrow, as an analyst, you want to analyze this, but it has a lot of other tables, because e-commerce industry can have tables for shippers, can have tables for payments. Okay, to get the details of payments, can have the review table also, or in other form. So you can see that it has a lot of tables and records. But for my analysis, I just want to know orders and products detail. So I will query this database. I will get only this data, and I don't need this one. So it is collected by application, e-commerce application, and I am only querying this data. So it's a secondary data, right? Or in general terms, or the definition from book says that the data which is collected by someone else, but you are querying it, or you are getting it maybe through web scraping or database query. Okay, so this is secondary data. But primary data, you are going to record. Okay.
Sir, if I am
Okay, sir, thank you.
using like all of that, like or not only order and I'm shipping and everything, I'm using all of that. So it is what it will
Again,
be called?
it will be secondary because
Second.
it is collected by someone else, right?
Okay. So primary is like if I'm like doing something like face to face with someone, right, and getting the data. And the secondary is if someone have done with that data and I'm getting from someone else.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Can we rephrase it as the data which has been driven from the primary data?
Yeah, we can. We can.
Thank you.
Correct. So how many of you have heard this word before? Level of measurements.
Heard the term before, but not so in the context of data science.
Anyone? Very important topic, very easy to understand. Oh, sorry. I have to write nominal first. Okay, so in statistics, this is a very important concept, and this is called level of measurement. And it's very easy to understand. So we have 4 level of measurements, and in some places you will find 3. So what they do, they actually add interval and ratio together. Okay, but this is not actually a point of debate. So you can write 4 level of measurements. Now, nominal data is the data which gives us very less information. It is giving us the information, but in not very huge. So, for example, if I talk about, let's say, someone's name, for example, it can be your name, my name, right? It can be the name of country. It can be the name of any place. So very simple. And we can also have gender, right? So we have male and female. So this is the example of nominal data, because we cannot put this in order. We cannot say that this is on top of this category. We have 2 categories. So directly you cannot have an order here, because it's illogical to have an order. So this is the nominal scale, which is giving you the information but very less information. I cannot put my name on top of you, okay? Because there is no point on this one. I don't have anything to compare. So name of a person, or the name of the country, name of the place, and gender, and you can take many more examples, which is giving you some information but less information. So this is called nominal data. Ordinal data is the data which can be in order form. So for example, you have people with low salary, medium salary, high salary. You can have low blood pressure, high blood pressure. You can have low income, high income. Okay. So when you have this kind of thing, I can clearly put this in order. If you say ascending order, then low, medium, high. If descending order, high, medium, low. All right. But the problem here is it is giving me the more information than nominal. All right. But I cannot calculate the exact difference between low, medium, and high, because there are not numbers. So problem with the ordinal scale is that it is giving you some kind of information which is more than nominal. You can put this in order, but you don't have exact difference. It may be possible that the difference between low and medium is greater than the difference between medium and high. It can be possible, right? So we have the information but cannot calculate the exact difference. To overcome this problem, we have interval ratio. Interval scale. Okay, ratio is the last one. Interval scale is one step ahead of the ordinal, and it says you can calculate the difference. Okay, so for example, if I talk about 25 degrees Celsius and 10 degrees Celsius, so can I calculate the difference between these two?
15.
Yeah, it's 15. Yeah, very easy. But there is a problem with this interval scale. Okay, and now I want all of you to think on it. And let me tell you one more thing. Those who are taking notes, fine. Those who are not, please take, because this is the concept. Sometimes it can be confusing. When I was learning, I was also confused with interval and ratio. So you can take notes on it. 15.
Sir, I'm taking
Yes.
picture. Is it okay?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, sir.
So you like shortcuts, Manoj?
Yes, sir. I will write it down after.
Okay, this is fine. So now my question is to all the participants. You can write your answers in the chat, or you can also unmute, but let me see what is the answer. So I have 10 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius, for example. Let me cut these from here. Now, can I say that 20 degrees Celsius is the double of 10 degrees Celsius? The answer
Yes.
should be in the form of yes and no. You want me to repeat the question? Can I say 20 degrees Celsius is the double of 10 degrees Celsius?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
In terms of number, yes, but when it comes to the actual measurement, no.
No.
Okay, now we have two answers. Still, I'm getting yes.
Kind of, I agree with you, sir.
Ajay, Ajay is saying no. Some people are saying no. What do you guys think? Is majority always right?
No. I think, okay, so it's like if you convert those numbers into Fahrenheit, then it won't be double. So if you're looking at temperature, it's probably not double. But if you're looking at the number, then it is.
What is this?
A clock.
Okay. Now let me change my question. It depends on the terms we consider the data to use. Okay. So I think this example will give you more clarity. Now see, can I say that 6 p.m. AM doesn't matter? Okay. Can I say that 6 p.m. is double of 3 p.m.?
Yes, no, sir.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, sir. No.
Why? Why? 3 times 2 is 6, right?
Yes, but in numeric it is. But when it's come to the time, we say 3 p.m. from 12 as a reference point. So it's like 12 to 3 hours, but it's again 6 hours.
Okay. So, okay, this is 100% correct. Now I'm thinking about your friends. When you go and watch a movie, you must be giving them the spoiler very soon. So this, because this is the spoiler, because we don't actually have a reference point. So when I say 20 degrees Celsius is double of the 10 degrees Celsius, I cannot say this. The answer is no. Now, few of you will be wondering that why it is no. 20 is the double of 10, right? But we don't have. Okay, let me ask one more question. This is 0 degrees Celsius. Can I say that 0 degrees Celsius is the absence of temperature?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No.
We
No,
can't
sir.
say, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
We can't say.
So 6 p.m. is not the double of 3 p.m., but it can be in only one condition if you take 12 as the
Reference point.
reference point.
Reference of 12.
Okay. So in simple words, there is no zero defined. There is no zero defined. For temperature, there is no zero defined because it's not absence. Here we also have, we can see that there is no reference point here. So this is the problem with the interval ratio. Interval ratio can give us the more information than ordinal. Okay, so ordinal scale is giving you orders, but it's not able to calculate the difference. You can calculate the difference from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. that is 3 hours. From 20 degrees Celsius to 10, that is 10 degrees Celsius, right? But you cannot have this thing which can be done by ratio scale where you have zero defined. Now give me the example without ChatGPT.
Or
Example for ratio.
Like 1 kg of salt is half of 2 kg of salt.
It means mass, right? You are saying kg means, here you are talking about mass,
Yeah.
right?
Weight, mass.
Quantity of something like candies. Or
Yeah, can be. Distance is also. Because I cannot say that I walk 3 - 3 kilometer today, right? Or 0 -3 here.
Mass.
All right.
Yes,
I cannot say this.
yes, ma'am.
So there is a zero defined, by the way. The meaning is that zero defined. This is the important part.
Slow.
would weight also be 0 to
Yeah,
3.
weight and mass here. It's the
Yeah,
same.
yeah, correct. How about age? Could that be 0 to?
Yeah, age B. Yeah, age also. You
Okay.
cannot say that I'm minus 20 or 25, right?
Right.
So I hope this concept is clear to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from the previous session, you have learned about the data and forms of analytics. So what is analytics?
Analyzing data to extract meaningful insights and information out of it.
Systematic way of analyzing the data.
It is the process of discovering, interpreting, and communicating significance.
Maybe raw data organization.
Finding
Converting a
patterns.
raw data into the very useful way to manner understanding.
So first we collect data and then discover we will try to get some meaningful insight, and after that we will interpret in like a form of charts, graphs, and
Types of analytics.
yes.
How many types of analytics we have?
Descriptive, diagnostic, and predictive and prescriptive.
Descriptive,
Diagnostics,
diagnostic,
predictive, and prescriptive.
Prescriptive.
Hello.
So have you heard this before, Chris GM?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So what is this?
It's the phases used to get meaningful insights, I guess, from a
Organizing
Okay.
business problem.
Sir,
It
it
is a
is a
cyclical phase of sets.
in a particular format or framework.
yes, sir. It is a cycle. First we have to data understanding. After that,
It's a
business
process
understanding,
of
data
breaking down a
understanding.
business problem into an analytics problem.
Okay. Anything else?
Implementing a data mining project.
It's cross industry standards process for data mining. Basically, it works in 6 phases: business understanding, then data understanding, data preparation, evaluation, modeling, evaluation,
Deployment.
then deployment.
Okay, business understanding, then
Data understanding,
Data
data
understanding.
understanding,
Data understanding.
Data preparation.
data preparation,
data preparation,
Data modeling.
Modeling.
Evaluation and deployment.
just a second.
Evaluation or deployment?
Yeah, I was scrolling down it. Okay, so cross-industry standard process for data mining, and we have business understanding, data preparation, modeling, and evaluation. So how will you describe the business understanding? Because before you go to data and understand your data, first you need to understand what is the requirement of business. All right, because if you are not clear with the problem statement and you are not clear with what the business is looking for, then there is no need to go ahead and understand the data and prepare the data. So this is business understanding. It can be different from different fields, and data science is everywhere. Okay, it is in finance, in healthcare, and everywhere. But I'm talking about those fields on which the data science is making a lot of. It's a big change in this. So BFSI industry, healthcare, e-commerce, supply chain, right? So these are on top. So here you need to understand, you have to ask the business all the time that what is the requirement. And then on after this one, you need to understand your data. So I'm not going to ask about the business understanding here, okay, in this case, because it is completely related to your, just a second, something happened to my writing tab. Okay, so what is data understanding?
You
While
need
I'm
to understand the hidden pattern of the data.
hidden pattern, okay, in data understanding part.
Yes.
So data understanding means like what kind of data we are going to deal with, like is it financial data, logistic data, and then after is it structured data or non-structured data, then after like from where we are going to get the data, like all of those things when we are going to perform all of those things, that comes under the data understanding. So I think first of all selecting the data, and after that cleaning the data, like if the data have any missing value or something like outliers, so we have
That
to
comes
remove that.
under data preparation.
First of all, gathering
Yeah.
According to our business, what type of data is necessary to know that is data understanding?
According to me, to identify the problems and to find patterns in the in the data, according to me.
So
It involves gathering initial data, describing it, exploring it.
yes. Okay. So what is measure of central tendency?
Mean, median, mode.
Mean, median, mode, right? And we have variance and standard
Standard
deviation.
deviation, yes.
Okay. So we can understand the data in a lot of ways. You can calculate mean, median, mode. You can look at the first quartile. You can look at the you can look at the median, okay, which is here, which is 50th percentile. You can go ahead and look at the 75th percentile, which is third quartile, okay. And we can look at the minimum value in a column, maximum value, how much the difference is between Q3 and Q1, which will give you the IQR, okay. And I'm not teaching you the statistics, but yeah, data understanding is all about understanding your data using measure of central tendency, measure of dispersion, generate the hypothesis, try to understand the relationship between variables, try to find out the outliers if we have by using, you can look at the distribution of the columns by using histogram, for example. You can also have box plot, which can also show you the distribution and also can show the outliers easily. Okay. So this is the part where you have to apply your statistics knowledge. That's why in data science or data analytics, statistics is the most important thing. If you are good in statistics, then you can play with the data in a very good way. Okay. So data understanding is all about understanding the variables, how the variables are connected with each other. Are these variables enough for to solve the business problem which you are going to take here? And after that, you have to prepare the data. And by the way, Chris DM is not the only one which is giving you these steps. We also have one more, which I will tell you at the end of the session. And you can explore this also. So, which is called data life cycle, data science life cycle. But no worries, there is a small difference between that. So we have data understanding now. What comes in data preparation?
So data
Cleaning.
cleaning.
Data cleaning. What comes under the data cleaning?
So like uh,
Filling in missing values and
missing values and outliers.
Duplicate.
Mm,
removing duplicates and outliers.
yes.
Okay. Handling missing values, removing duplicates, outliers.
Selecting the relevant data.
Okay. Feature selection. Then
Transforming data into structured data.
data transformation.
Yeah.
Sorting.
By the way, what is data transformation? Data cleaning is fine. Sometimes we have missing values in the column, so we can handle the missing values. Now, handling the missing value, we don't have any hard and fast rule for this one. It depends on a lot of things. So you cannot learn this task in just one session or overnight. Missing value treatment in itself is a big concept. So it depends on your experience as well as the variable we have. If it is a categorical variable, for example, male, female, so you can look at. Sometimes we can add new category. We can also calculate the mode, which is most frequent value. If it's a numerical column, we try to fill the values using median. Okay, because median
So,
is less sensitive to outliers.
so
Yes.
sometimes we remove the missing value.
Sometimes we remove the missing values if it is not impacting the,
Yes, sir.
let's say if I'm not losing the information.
Yes,
If
sir.
out of 1000 records, if one or two records I'm going to lose, then it's fine. So it depends on a lot of factors which you will learn, and also you will be able to handle this as you go ahead in this domain or field. Data transformation refers to where we create, let's say for example, we can create new, we can perform aggregation. We can try to find out, let's say, sum of a particular thing, or like average, minimum, maximum. So in terms of this, I'm saying aggregation or feature engineering. So feature engineering, this word looks very huge, but it's very easy. For example, I can give you a lot of example on this one. Let's say I have a column called price, and we have, this is unit price, and we have quantity, right? So in the data itself, we don't have to add the amount column, for example, because anytime I can multiply price with quantity and I can get the amount, right? Because amount is a derived column from price and
Yes, sir.
quantity, right? We have your date of birth. So if we have someone's date of birth, we can subtract the year of birth from the current year, right? So current
Yeah.
year minus year of birth. This will give you age in terms of years.
Yeah.
So we can have this age column here. So describing or deriving new columns and new features as per your requirement, this can be the part of data transformation. Data transformation can be, once again, it depends on your requirements, but these are some common things in data transformation. So data cleaning and data transformation is important because data is not always in the form you want. I'm not talking about structured or unstructured here. Even if the data is structured, the data is stored in databases, and databases are normalized and they follow some rule. You will learn these rules in your SQL course, like normalization and some other rules related to database designing. But when we store the data in databases, because the databases are normalized, so you cannot expect the data to be in the form in which you want, right? Because the data is stored in a centralized database. I want in a different way, you want in a different way, right? So you can do the transformation and handling the values as per your own needs. Okay, so this is one thing. And if I talk about, yeah, let me clarify one more thing. When you work in the in data science domain, it doesn't matter if your data is semi-structured or unstructured. You always have to convert this to a structured form. Okay, keep in mind, you cannot directly work with unstructured data. So for example, nowadays, if you click your picture in your mobile phone and if it is AI enabled, so how it is going to predict your age, for example? It's not, because computers cannot understand how we look, the how we see the world, right? The laptop is in front of me. the monitor is in front of me. I can understand as a human that it's a monitor, it's a laptop, but computers can only understand in the form of numbers. So when you provide it an image, I'm giving you the example from an image. So every image is having some numerical values. That's how your screen is creating the image for you on the screen. Okay, so a screen is basically made up of tiny pixels, and every pixel is taking a value, and this value gives the idea to a microcontroller behind it that you have to glow this pixel in red color or in black color or in white color. So computers or machines can only understand the form of on and off, right? So it doesn't matter if it's video or if it's audio or if it's an image, you always have to convert the image, video, audio, all things into a structured form. How we convert this, it's a very advanced thing. You will learn this after, once you complete machine learning, deep learning, right? Because it's a very huge field. But yeah, the idea behind this is all the things should be converted in a structured format before you process it with any machine learning algorithm. So yeah, this is the data preparation part. What is modeling? Are you guys looking for a break?
Train our data.
Sir, I think
In
modeling is
modeling,
like what model we are choosing for analyzing, like decision tree, random forest, and logistic regression, and something like
Linear regression.
linear
modeling,
regression. Yes, linear regression,
Time series.
something like that.
Sir,
same
modeling.
data we are
Basically, we
grouping
analyze
together.
the algorithm.
Sir,
We are
modeling is
group,
like connecting different tables
we are grouping the
via a
same data
common
together and
column.
So
Combining
before
different type of data and merge different type of data like columns and
so
table
before
in merge in one way.
Okay. So I got two answers, two different answers from, I mean, I have got the answers from a lot of people, but Ayush, the modeling you were talking about, it is database modeling. So when you have multiple tables, it's a concept of relational database that you have multiple tables like orders, products, customers, shippers, payments, right? So you have to uh, connect these tables using relations. So like one to many, many to many. These are the concepts of databases, and you will learn this in SQL. Here, modeling refers to packaging something. You need to create a package or a model which can take the future values and can do the predictions. Okay, so I got some model names like algorithm name, decision tree, and linear regression, logistic regression. Okay, so from here, now I want all of you to pay attention on this part. I know all of you are paying attention, but this is something which is very, very important after data preparation. So you are right that we have different algorithms, linear regression, logistic regression, but I will try to avoid these words for now because this is completely related to your machine learning part. But let me give you the overall view on modeling. Yes, we are going to create a model, but how we do this,
labeling the
modeling part
data.
is going to choose. First of all, you need to understand what is the problem, basically what kind of problem you're solving. So let's say the business problem is, we have two types of problems here. So if I talk about machine learning, I'm giving you overview because it's very important. Before you go ahead and learn this in depth, you need to understand few things. Now, machine learning is actually the subset of artificial intelligence, okay, which is talking about two main types: supervised machine learning and unsupervised.
Supervised machine learning.
We also have third category called reinforcement learning, but I'm skipping reinforcement learning for now. So in supervised and unsupervised, it's very easy to understand. Okay, all you have to do is
Sorry.
just follow me and ask the question. Yeah, Nitesh, you have any question?
Semi-supervised as well.
Yes, sir, I know.
Semi-supervised we have. Semi-supervised we have we also have reinforcement learning. Yeah, semi-supervised.
Reinforcement learning.
Yeah, I'm not taking semi-supervised here for a reason. Okay, because it's
Okay.
an overview. So the simple difference between supervised and unsupervised, those who are new to this topic, I know most of you are new to this one. So let me explain with a small example. Let's say I'm saying number of sides, and let's say the description and output, or we can say the label. So I'm saying number of sides are 3, description is all sides are equal. And so what kind of shape is this?
Equilateral triangle.
Equilateral triangle.
Yeah, I'm writing just triangle only. Okay.
A
This one.
quadrilateral.
A square or
Rectangle.
4 opposite sides are equal.
A rectangle.
Rectangle, right? Okay, now let me repeat this. Record opposite sides, rectangle, and repeat this one, all, this is square. So see, this is my data. Now, these two columns, number of sides and description, these two columns are called independent variables. And this output is actually dependent variable because it depends on these two. Because if this is 3, this is all, then it should be a triangle. Okay. So, but we are not learning independent and dependent for now. This is just for your knowledge. The main thing is that if you look at this column, this is the supervisor here. We can call it label, we can call it output, we can give it any name, but technically it is the supervisor. It is helping my machine to understand the pattern. So if I want to teach my machine that, hey, if you look at this pattern, 3 all, then it should be a triangle, 4 all, it should be a square. Like we teach a small baby, for example, when we come in this world, right? So we look at the things, so our parents are teaching us that, hey, look at this one, this is phone, this is laptop, this is TV, right? So in the same way, we are giving the pattern. So when you show an apple to a kid, and tomorrow if you ask the same thing by taking the same thing, what is this, then that person will definitely answer that it's an apple or orange or mango, because we are giving them the description. Okay, so by looking at the shape and size and color, we can easily predict that, okay, yeah, it's an apple or it's an orange. So in the same way, we are asking the machine to learn the pattern from these two columns, and we are mapping this to triangle, we are mapping this to square, we are mapping this record to rectangle, rectangle and square. So this is supervisor. Why? Because we are mapping to a value. All right. So tomorrow, if I have a new data point, if I ask my machine, hey, if 4 and all, then what do you think? What will be the answer? It should be square because it is learning the pattern from here. Okay. If I ask my machine to
it
give it
means
4 and all. Yes, Manoj.
So it means supervised learning is like we are teaching to machine, right?
We are teaching to machine in unsupervised as well, but we are teaching in supervised that if you see this pattern, then map this to triangle. If you see this pattern, then map this to square. Okay.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
if tomorrow, if I give it this record to my machine that, hey, can you predict it if there are 4, number of sides are 4 and the description is all sides equal, then it is going to give me a square in return because of this training data. Okay. So that's why we call it supervised learning, because we have the inputs as well as the label or output associated with this. But what if
we are training the machine, right?
we are training with the help of this?
So sir, in supervised machine learning, we will predict future. What will happen in the future? Everyone wants any event, any number. It is.
Okay. So here, if now see the column is gone, right? So what will happen in this case? We don't have any supervisor. Now this will become the problem of unsupervised learning. we can still predict, we can still do the prediction, but this time the prediction will be different. How? Because my machine is not having any value to map. So what it will do, it will try to create similar groups. So for example, I can see, let me just give it serial numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if I talk about the serial number 2 and serial number 5, don't you think that these two records are same? Similar records?
Yes, sir. I think
Yes,
machine
sir.
will get confused.
No, it will not get confused. It will give you a group
Pick up
that
the first
record
data.
number 2
Similar
and
data.
4.
Yeah, similar data should be shared in.
Record number 2 and 5, sorry. 2 and 5 is similar.
Yeah.
Right. It will create another group and record number 3rd and 4th is similar.
So basically, it will form groups by identifying the patterns.
Yeah, this is correct. It will identify the patterns and it will try to group the points in the similar points in the one group and dissimilar point into different groups. So we can still do the prediction. If I say 4 and all, that this time it's not going to give me the square because machine is not having any idea what is a square. But machine will help me to put this inside a group. So what do you think? If this is G1, if this is G2, if this is G3, then this 4 and all will be the part of which group? This new data point.
First group.
G1.
G1.
Right?
G1.
G1. So my machine can predict that it is actually the part of G1. Now you must be thinking, then what is the use of this one? The unsupervised part is very, very useful, especially when it comes to customer segmentation. So I am looking for electronic items every day on Flipkart and Amazon. Someone is looking for clothing items, right? So if they, because in their customer database, they have billions and millions of customers. So they cannot look at each and everyone's data and can, you know, show them the product. So what they do, they segment the customer into multiple groups. So a lot of people are also along with me here. They must be checking the electronic item. So those people and I'll be in the same group. If you're checking clothing item, then you will be in the group in which other people are also checking for these items. So how we do this in real world, it depends on the data, your problem statement, and a lot of things. But yeah, the thing is, customer segmentation is very, very important, especially for e-commerce and BFSI industries. So because in customers, in banking sectors, you can have millions of customers. You are not going to check each and everyone's detail. So you have to segment it to target those customers. If you are planning a new, if you have new strategy for your customers, or if you have new products for your customers. So customer segmentation is not the only one, but yeah, it's the most important, I would say. So what you are looking at, for example, you use Spotify, you are using Ghana, you are using YouTube, you are using other platforms. So everything is actually based on unsupervised in this case. It try to find out the similar patterns. Based on that, it gives you um, the recommendations. So there is something called recommendation system, which is very advanced. So that's how the YouTube, Amazon, and all these are working. Netflix is working on this. But this is big data stuff. So in just, I mean, it's a, I would say, big picture. I'm just telling you, but everything is actually dependent on unsupervised algorithms. I hope you guys have a clear understanding now with the difference between supervised and unsupervised. Any question here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. So I think I can say it's clear, right?
Sir, actually, I have a
Yes.
question. Is basket analysis going to be under unsupervised?
Basket analysis?
Yeah. Like in e-commerce business, we do the basket analysis.
Now you have to give me the clear, full context for this one. I mean, what you do in basket analysis?
Like what customer are buying in the form of packet, like Suppose if we are going to a supermarket, we are going to buy milk, and what are we going to buy with it? For example, bread, eggs with milk.
Yeah, so what you do basically, you want to target those customers based on their
No, no, no. We
previous.
want to predict like what customer. Suppose if I'm going to a supermarket, so like I'm buying the milk only. So
Yeah.
next day I'm going to the same supermarket and I'm buying the milk and the bread. So on the basis of that data, we are predicting that what customers might buy more.
Okay. Okay, good. So this is something which is very easy to understand. I will write only one word for this one. Basically, in unsupervised, we have two things. One I have already explained you called clustering. Grouping called clustering. Okay. Grouping can also be called as clustering because this is the, I would say, practical or technical terms we use. The thing you are talking about is association.
Discussion.
Okay, association is something, let's say for example, if I bought laptop, right? So what is the chance of, let's say for example, I am buying mobile phone. So what is the chance of buying a charger or a power bank for this?
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. The same.
And yeah, so this falls under association.
Okay.
But yeah, it is a part
So
of
still it will be a
unsupervised
part
learning.
of unsupervised.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
part of
Okay.
unsupervised. So
Right.
clustering, association, and one more thing is called dimensionality reduction.
Dimension,
Dimensionality
yeah, reduction. Yeah, yeah.
Dimensionality reduction is also very good, but all these things I don't want you guys to take too many things in just one session. So I'm just trying to highlight only those which are important for now. So you just have to focus on clustering initially, because when you start the machine learning journey, you have to understand clustering. Then you can understand association. Basically, it is the part of, again, recommendation system, which is a very huge thing, I would say.
Yes, sir.
Okay, quickly, I will tell you very important thing. It's between, because now you know supervised and unsupervised difference. But in supervised, we can divide into two. Supervised can be divided into two categories. One is regression and one is classification.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so simple terms I will be using here. Let's say if we are going to predict the price of the house by taking variables like what is the total size of the house, how many bedrooms are there, or what is the locality, latitude, longitude. These are the things, right? So we can have many variables in the data set. So we are predicting the price. We are predicting someone's age, for example, someone's salary. All these are numbers. Price is number, let's say 6 millions, 10 millions, right? Age is a number. Salary is, again, 50, 60, 70, it can be anything. So when it comes to predicting a continuous value, we call these problems as regression problems. Okay. And when it comes to category, so we call it classification. So you can have a problem of binary classification, and we can have a problem of multi-class classification. Binary classification means only two possible values, can be 0, 1, can be true, false, can be good, bad,
Yes,
can
no.
be yes, no. Okay. So you can have many examples. It can be, let's say, prediction of cats and dogs. I'm creating for example, I'm creating a model which can take a picture and it can predict if it's a image of cat and dog, right? Cat or a dog. Multi-class classification can have multiple values. So let's say low income, high income, okay, and you can have medium income. So meaning is that when you have more than two classes, now it doesn't matter how many classes you have. You can have 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, but it's multi-class classification. So here I'm not predicting any number. So if you see 0 and 1, 0, 1 looks like it's a number, but it's category here. So sometimes you have to understand this thing later on when you will be learning machine learning, then the things will be more clear, I know. But yeah, 0 and 1 is not a number here. Here we have the numbers, continuous value. So for this one, you need to understand the object. So let's say, for example, I will ask a simple question to all the participants. Okay, you have to give me the answer quickly. I am working for a hospital or a healthcare industry, and they have asked me to create a model to predict if the patient is having heart disease or not by taking some variables.
Sir,
So
classification binary, right?
Manoj is saying classification. What about others?
So regression. Regression.
I think it's classification binary as well. Wait, is it
Okay.
like if the person has a heart disease or not, or like is it like some other factor also?
Okay.
Yes, we need an answer yes or no, right? So that is why I think it is a classification binary.
I
Yeah,
think
it's a
it's like
problem.
predicting if the person has a heart disease or not by taking many factors into account, like the age and the symptoms, etc.
It doesn't
Oh,
matter how many columns you are taking. You can have a column with their previous history. For example, if they smoke or not, or having high blood pressure or not, or they drink or not, or there can be a lot of other variables like the BMI, age, and a lot of things. But at the end, the target is to predict if they will be having heart disease or not. So in the form of yes or no, or disease or no disease. Again, it's a problem of classification, right? Clear. Okay. So this is the classification thing. So in other words, once again, when you see the objective of predicting a number, then it's a problem of regression. And if you're predicting the classes, categories, you can say class or category, it's just synonym, but yeah, this is the problem of classification. And in machine learning, most of the time you'll be working with classifications. I don't know why, but yeah, mostly you'll see the projects in classification. So this is regression versus classification. Any question here?
no, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Now I want you all to open your PDF file. This is not an actual data. Okay. It's not an actual data, but we have some variables. Look at those variables quickly. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. It's not a very huge file. And then we have to write the steps for data preparation, data understanding, and modeling. And then we also have to understand the evaluation and the deployment. So before you do this, let me explain you the evaluation and the deployment also. So now up to this point, we know how to choose the algorithm. Depends on what we are going to predict. Okay. Next part is evaluation. Evaluation is the thing which is important because you need to evaluate your model's performance, how well it is working. So for example, I have size of the house and price of the house. Let's say the size is 50 square yards. The size is given in square yards, 100 square yards, and 150 square yards, 200 square yards. So let's say the price is 6 millions and the price is 11 for this. It is 16, and finally we have 23. Okay, so we will predict the price using this pattern. Okay, size. Now what I will do, I will ask my machine to learn the pattern from this data. Okay, but how I will be evaluating its performance, how well the model is working, right? Because it's not only about creating a model, but how you are going to predict or how you're going to evaluate its performance. So see, now this is very important thing to understand. What I'm doing, out of 4 records, I'm using only 3 records, first one, second one, and third one, to train the machine, and this final record, I'm keeping away this. I'm keeping this record away from the machine. So my machine or my algorithm is not going to see this record. It's not the part of training data. It's the part of training. It's the part of testing data. It is not to train the machine. Why I'm
So,
doing this?
sir, it means we are splitting the data training and testing,
Yes, we are
like
splitting the.
like we use in a Python, right?
Yeah, but try to avoid Python right now. Just understand the concept. So not all the 4 data points I'm going to show to my machine. Why I'm doing this? There's a logic behind it. So what will happen? See, I will ask my algorithm to understand the pattern from these 3 records. Then I'll ask to predict for 200 square yard. My machine is not having the idea that 200 is 23 millions, right? It is giving me it's 22 million. So what I will do, I actually have the actual value for 200, which is 23. I have the predicted value, which is 22. This is the prediction from my machine. So I can subtract the predicted value from the actual value and I'll get 1, because 23 minus 22 is 1, right? So in this way, we can evaluate its performance. Now you must be thinking that then how we decide. So for this one, you have to wait for your machine learning part, because this is not the lecture for the machine learning. Otherwise, I have to write some mathematical equations here. But it's just the plus and minus, okay? So
Yeah.
don't take stress on it, right? So basically, in the same way we do with the classification model. So let's say you have a category cat, then dog, and finally we have the last record, which is dog, right? So you are using these 3 to train the machine, then you are asking for this record to predict. Now your machine is predicting it's cat, but in actual it's dog. So you can see that it's a misclassification, right? So for regression problem, we can get a value for classification problem will get misclassified or not misclassified, right? So for now, you can understand up to this point for evaluation of the model. We have the actual values in the testing set. We will ask for the predictions by giving the input, and then we can compare it. We can compare the predictions with the actual values, and then we will get our results. So then it will show you that how well the model is performing. 90% accurate, 95% accurate, or 100% accurate, or it can be 60% accurate when the data has issues, or you can have many problems in that. But yeah, this is the evaluation part. Okay, meaning that we can actually evaluate the performance by taking reference from the actual values. So you can take a note for this thing, that in machine learning tasks, we don't give the whole data set to algorithm. We keep records to test it. And generally what we do, we split 80-20 ratio or 70-30 ratio. So 70%, sometimes 80% data to train and 20% to test, or 70% to train and 30% to test. Now you can choose anyone in this. It depends. You can try different things, because in data science, it is all about, trying and testing with different things. So there is no hard and fast rule for anything here. And you will see a lot of things later on once you will be learning this in Python machine learning. So this is evaluation part. Any question here? Shall I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is deployment?
Deployment is deploying a project for production purpose, or like, for example, the house price prediction. So we can create a web page and we can give it to our front end designer. He can convert it, like all the values we are giving,
Is the
like new values. So system, our model can take it from there and it can predict as well.
is the final step of the project. In this step, we are finalizing the project.
Like putting the model into the action.
Yeah, you can say that you're putting the model into action or you are making it live. You can use this word. But I'll give you a very simple example, then you can relate it because in deployment, we also try to refine it along when we go along with the process, right? But in simple words, tomorrow you are going to use, for example, Python, right? And you will write your code somewhere. It can be a notebook. Later on, we'll give you the idea what are the integrated development environments we are going to use. So basically we'll be using Python to create your models, right? But when you create this model, let's say you are creating the model for a real estate company, and you are helping them to predict the house prices, right? So they will not be using your notebook to do predictions, right? They will not
Yes, sir.
ask for the notebook. So you have to create, it's not a part of data scientist or data analyst, but it's a part of when you have to deploy it into the environment. So maybe you can have a web interface where you can
Developer.
connect. Yeah, web developer will be doing this. Software developer can create a standalone software. Yeah, the same example which I have given here. And let's say when you go to YouTube, right, or Netflix, so you are watching a movie which is related to a particular genre, right? So for example, horror or thriller. So after some time, you will get the recommendations based on your previous history, right? So no one is going to process your data manually and doing this for you. So everything is actually deployed, automated. So this is the thing. So for now, you can understand up to this point that putting something into action or making it usable for others. This is deployment. Now I'm going to stop share the screen. I want you guys to look at the data which is given to you. Data is not there, I know, but variables are given. Now try to create a crisp model for this one. Business understanding, it is already given in objective, right? And after this data preparation, data understanding, data preparation, and for this you have to highlight few points. So read it for a couple of minutes, then I will jump in and then we will try to write some points. Yeah, guys, give me just 1 minute. I'm coming back while you are reading it. All right. So what is the objective for Swiggy?
So the objective is to maintain the customer satisfaction
Reduce the
and deal with the delivery timings and delivery charges.
Okay. So after a business, in the business understanding point, we can write the first thing is first pointer is improve delivery.
yes.
And
Customer
Improve
satisfaction.
delivery efficiency.
sorry.
There's a
Maintaining
word which is
customer
missing,
rating.
like efficiency.
Cost
Cus-
reduction. First thing.
Customer satisfaction, right? And cost.
Yes.
Cost reduction.
Okay. I can write optimize cost. Is it fine?
Yeah. Yes.
Optimize cost. Fine. Okay, then how would you identify the success? I mean, what is success criteria in this case?
Sir,
If the ratings or reviews are better than before,
Hmm. So success criteria, I can write the delivery time reduction also. If delivery time
Yes.
reduce, so this can be a criteria.
sir,
Higher customer ratings.
Cost efficiency.
hello.
Yes.
Sir, I didn't get this data set from you.
Don't you have the email for today?
Sir, I have the email ID, but I
Mhm.
didn't get the data set. I just joined right now, so I don't know.
It is along with the email for today's
Inside, if
class
you have,
invite.
yeah, if you have got the email, then it should be in that because others can see this. If not, then no worries. I can share it in the chat, but you have to wait. Okay. But check your mail once.
Sir, I already checked it.
Okay, then no worry. I will share it. But you can note down or you can just follow along for now. Okay, in data understanding. Okay, someone has already given you the link in chat. Yeah, you can use this. Thanks, Subhash. In data understanding, you need to understand the data, the variables. So the data which is given to us is, what are the things given to you? There should be area, city,
ID,
restaurant.
area, and sheet.
Yeah,
so
ID.
average delivery timings and ratings area.
Hmm.
Total rating, food type, address, delivery time.
Hmm. So because
Like
we
what?
don't, yeah, we don't have the actual data, right? So data understanding in this case, because we don't have the actual data, but yeah, we can look at the variables, and in real world situations, basically a data descriptor or data dictionary is given to us by which we can see what is the exact name of the column, because few columns or variables are easy to understand for all of us. But if you're working for a domain in which there is a column which is not clear to you, maybe ambiguous or something which we don't know. For example, we have the data set from healthcare industry, right? So we are not the doctors. We can have some variables in which we are not clear, so we have to clarify from the data dictionary. So data dictionary helps us to understand those things. In this, data dictionary is given to you. We don't have actual data, so we are not going to say mean, median, mode, and other things like standard deviation and all that. But yeah, this can be done. In data preparation, what are the general things you are going to look in this data?
Null, null values, duplicate values, outliers.
Yeah, null values, missing values, right? Inconsistencies, feature selection you can do, relevant features you can identify in the previous step of data understanding. If you have identified that this feature, for example, let's say the feature which is given to you is average rating, total rating, and food type, delivery time. These are the key
Delivery time.
features. Yeah. So you can select those. This is called feature selection. You can also have feature engineering. For example, okay, by looking at these variables, anything coming in your mind as describing new feature? I mean, by the variables which are present, can we have any other feature derived from the existing ones?
Formatting data.
Sorry?
Formatting data.
Formatting data. Okay. Anything else?
And you can add the traffic pattern.
Hmm.
Sir, we can integrate format.
Distance and delivery time ratio.
For example, one thing is coming in my mind. Let's say I can group the delivery time. Uh, Delivery time column is given. So what we can do, we have different times, like say 20 minutes, 16 minutes, 19 minutes, 30 minutes. So we can try to make the groups less than 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes, something like that. So we'll be having two categories, less than 30, more than 30. I mean, I'm just giving you an example that this can be a new feature.
Yes.
We can have delivery time bins. Okay, so feature engineering is all about creating new features. Now, based on your understanding of the data or your analysis or the business goal, we can create those features. So this is the feature engineering part in data preparation. So handling missing values, inconsistencies, adding new and relevant features, selection of the relevant features only. Because it's not a good idea to use all the columns. If there are variables which are irrelevant, we have to drop them. Okay, in
Sir,
modeling, yes.
sir, we can like integrate average rating and
Yeah, we can. We
total
can derive.
total rating into something.
Hmm.
Tot-
We
tot-
can we can do a lot more things as long as it makes sense or is helping you for your analysis.
We can also identify the areas having high delays.
Areas having high delays, how are you going to identify it? I mean,
By
are you
using
going to add
models
this as a new feature?
based on the traffic.
Hmm. No, is there
Maybe we
any
can look,
scope of adding as a new feature?
sir, like area, if the different cities, so we can categorize like this particular area is in Delhi, so we can make the group the area of Delhi, and we can make the group of area of Gurgaon, Delhi NCR, something like that.
Sir, we can club
We
the
can categorize it.
restaurants in a locality.
Hmm. Okay.
And you can add the average price for the options.
So we can categorize the price also, like
Yeah, we
some.
can. We can. Yeah, we
Yes, sir.
can categorize the price. This is good one. Group prices. You can group prices into ranges.
Yes, sir. Sir, we can categorize the rating also, like some restaurant is getting 4 ratings, and that is good. So 4 to 5 is good rating restaurants, and
Hmm.
if some restaurant is getting 3 or 2 ratings, so it is not good.
Yes, this can also be done.
sir, range, price range.
Yeah, price range we have covered, I think. Price range is fine. Something actually happened to my writing tab. So, okay. Okay, in modeling, what you're going to do?
I think create algorithm.
Sorry? So basically in this one, we can do many things. You can perform clustering to, group similar delivery areas or restaurant for optimizing route routing, right? And you can also do the regression. So regression analysis in which you can predict the delivery time. because delivery time is given in the form of minutes, let's say 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 16 minutes, right? So we can do the regression analysis also. All right. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for that, you need to actually define the goal. Inside in this one, you are flexible to have the crisp model, right? So because here you said that we can have on the top what we have decided in the business understanding, improving delivery efficiency. So I think regression task is more logical in this one because we are going to predict the delivery time based on the variables we have. So for the new data points, we can predict it. For example, tomorrow, if you say if the restaurant is this, if the area is this, then what should be the delivery time? Based on this, you can take actions. So in regression analysis, this can be done in the modeling part. Then how you are going to evaluate it if you are doing regression? Because I was explaining you that you can have actual values and the predicted values, right? So actual values you have for the delivery times, and then you can ask the machine to predict for those records. Then you can subtract and can do this. So for regression, basically we have some metrics like r square or mean absolute error, mean square error. Once again, you will see all these things in your, I would say, uh, in the main machine learning algorithm part. But I will explain you one thing here. So basically, there is very important matrix called R square. R square is talking about how much the variation or how much the variation in your dependent variable is explained by independent variable. So in simple words, if we predict the delivery times using a single column, or let's take the simple example. If we are predicting the price of the house using size of the house, okay? So we are taking size and we are predicting its price. And let's say R square value is coming as 0.7. Just take a random value. So 0.7 means 70%. 70% means that the prices, the variation in price is 70% explained by the size of the house. If R square value is coming as 0.8, then it will be 80%. Now you tell me one thing, which one is good here? Low value of R square or high value of R square?
Sir, I think high
High
value.
value.
High value.
Because it's depend on accuracy of the model.
Yes, this is correct. High value is ideal because when it is 70%, then size column is explaining 70% variation in price. And when it is 80%, it means that it is explaining 80% in the price. So it means if it is explaining more, then it's good. So this is not the only matrix, R square. We have mean absolute error, we have mean square error, we also have root mean square error, which we will explain you in linear regression part. But for now, it is fine. You can use these evaluation metrics to evaluate your model. This is evaluation part. Okay.
Yes, sir. I have done it in form of code in Python.
Good. So see, by this data set, you are getting the idea that how we actually use the CRISP DM method or model. So we need to understand the requirement, then based on that gather data, and then understand by using those techniques like measure of central tendency and dispersion, and also do more things. You can plot charts and graph, you can understand, try to understand the relationship between the variables, then prepare the data. Data preparation is very important. Why? All the steps are important, but data preparation is time consuming. 70%, 70 to 75% of the time will go in the data preparation, because if you are lucky in any project, maybe you can get the data which is already cleaned, or you just have to clean it 10-20%. But most of the time data cleaning is something which is going to consume a lot of time, right? And then modeling, and in modeling you have to test with different things, and you will see this in machine learning part. So just wait for that moment. Modeling, then evaluate, and deployment again depends on how you are going to deploy it. Are you going to use any um, web version, standalone software? But actionable insights, you have to uh, understand the implementation strategies, how to translate model insights to the real world actions. And you also have to monitor methods to track the performance of implemented strategies. So you also have to monitor the performance of your model once it is live. This is also the part of deployment. So now if you understand these steps, then you can work on any model. For example, the JP Morgan project is given to you. Now it will be easy for you to highlight the points, how to model using RISC-TM. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whatever we have covered so far, is it clear to all the participants present in the session?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Totally.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, it is
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. All right.
Sir, I
So
have a
yeah.
question.
Yes, Manoj.
Like, sir, if I am doing the JP Morgan project, in that, like, if I am writing about like a business understanding, so can I write about only business understanding, and or I have to describe all of the like subparts also, like data in business understanding? There is four parts, right? I think,
There should be see if
like
you now see
defining.
you guys have, yeah, Manoj. So see, the thing is,
Hmm,
you guys have the flexibility,
hmm,
especially when you have this kind of course
hmm,
where you are going through the introduction, right?
hmm,
So few things you can think on yourself. You
hmm.
actually don't have to take our permission on it. Yeah, the
Okay.
meaning is that if you want to add more things, then it is actually a good thing, because it will show that in a greater depth you are learning something, or you are
Okay.
analyzing in a greater depth. But
Okay.
make sure don't add too much, or also in
Hmm.
your video, because your video should be 3 to 5 minutes, right? Not more than, it should not more than 4 5 minutes, right? So at the end, let's say for example you have added a lot of points and now you are not able to cover the summary in 4 minutes, or 4.5
Okay.
minutes.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but yeah, it is a good thing if you add more and more things, if you clarify, if you don't add any ambiguity, if you don't leave any ambiguity, then it's fine. It should be
Okay.
a good project. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank
So,
you.
yeah.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, you are a senior data scientist. So, from your point of view, a BCom graduate can become a data scientist because, sir,
See, anyone can. Yeah, Aditya, I got your question. Yeah, okay, complete your question. Sorry.
uh, actually, many people say that this is not a field. Why would choose this course?
So why you listen to those people first?
Sir, actually, I have also.
Actually, sir,
Listen to the music. When someone says this, go to Spotify and listen to some good songs.
Okay,
So,
sir.
okay, let me give you the answer. The
Yes,
thing
sir.
is, my background is also not from programming.
Okay.
Okay. So this question, I think I'm the good one who can answer this question. I graduated in electrical engineering, right?
Okay.
I have diploma in electrical, BTech in electrical from Delhi College of Engineering, which is in top tier university. And I was the person who never got more than 60% in the academics. Okay. I never had any first position in the school and in the college, right? But it depends on, don't go to this fact that you should be from IIT, you should be from DC kind of colleges, you should have the programming background, right? It depends on your interest. So I found interest in data management when I started working for this is my first job. I started in late 2014, right? So I think my overall experience now is 10 years. So when I started this, I started as an electrical engineer, right? But I was more interested in handling data. So I created databases. Then I moved to data analysis. Also in 2015-16, I was using structured data, the relational data models, and Power BI, Excel. And then I go to deep learning part. I develop these things time to time, right? Machine learning, deep learning. So if I can do, then anyone can do, I think. If you are a BCom graduate, then first of all, there is nothing like that a BA person, BCom person cannot do this. Anyone can do this. Okay. So don't think in this way. It's all about your skills. If someone is saying, yeah, Aditya, this is not only for you, this is for all the participants. If someone is saying to you that you are from commerce background, you're not from programming, you can't do this, or if you are from BA or you are from arts background, you can't do this. I have seen a lot of people, they are from science background and they don't even know very basic things, right? And I have seen people from the arts and commerce background and they have become, senior data scientists in the big companies. So it's all about your skills. If you have the required skills, if you have Python, machine learning, deep learning, if you know, and tomorrow if I'm taking your interview and if I reject your application by looking at your BCom, then it's my problem, it's not yours.
Yes, sir. I am also a Japanese interpreter, and I am from also BA background.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So again, I'm saying that if someone is rejecting your application, it is the problem of that person. It's not yours.
Okay.
Because at the end, I want you to code for me. What will I do for of your degree, right? If
Yes,
it is written BCom or BTech, it doesn't matter. As long as you have the required skills, nobody can stop you.
I think it is good because uh, uh,
Aditya,
Sir,
you're on
can,
mute, I think.
sir, can I get this recorded video?
Yeah, you guys will get these videos. This video you will get after. I think team will make this available to you guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. More questions? All good.
So
Are we ready to wrap up? Okay. Yeah. Please.
sorry, the project is due on the 11th, I think, right? And the next doubt session is on the 13th. So like if I want feedback, is there another way?
Is it on the 11th? The last?
It's,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then don't worry. How many days our project would be evaluated? You just submit it first. If you have already submitted the project, then the team is working on this. Yeah. We are working on this.
Yeah,
So
but
no worries, Simrat. Your name is Simrat, right?
yeah.
Yes. So do one thing. If next doubt clearing session is on 13, then just try to note down your doubts and utilize that session for project. Just be confident. Whatever we have covered, just go through with these steps, follow these steps, and create your project and create a video and just submit it.
Okay.
I think this should be enough. This should be okay because it's just
Yeah.
the starting phase. It's just the starting phase, so you don't have to take much tension. But if you still want to have some feedback, then you can contact us through the email.
Sir,
Okay.
we are
Yeah.
just worried about the marks.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Because I feel like
Actually, I am a bit conscious about the proper format of the project.
See, you have some flexibility. If you remember in our college days when we get the question paper, so there was a line written like assume if something is missing. So same is applicable to here to all of you. If you see something which is ambiguous, then you can assume it. I mean, you have the flexibility. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I think we are ready to close the session because now it's also late, and then just enjoy, and then I'll see you in the next session if
Yes,
I
sir.
am
Thank
the next session trainer. So good night, everyone. Bye bye. See you
Thank you
then.
so much, sir. Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Good
It
night,
was an
sir.
amazing
Good night,
session.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Really.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.